right, y'all, this is our take. This is Marc, the Moderator, Rockaway Boulevard and 147th Street.
Banks.com, East Flatbush in the house.
Just give me the whole address.
Yeah, well, I was about to.
Avery the Process, Building 8.
All right, y'all, so we're going to keep this talk about Dallas and Zeke. So let me throw this out there. So if you're looking at the landscape of what's going on here, do you look at Zeke as the bad guy or let me ask, is he collateral damage in this, knowing that you cannot pay everybody that's coming up for money?
Yeah, that's why I said you got him and Dak. Remember, same draft. Like let's put that in perspective. You don't normally find your franchise quarterback and your franchise running back in the same draft. How often does that happen? Mm-hmm. So yeah, he's a victim of circumstance. Then you don't normally trade for a former number one pick with a first round pick that's due a contract before those guys
on an expiring contract.
Like it's a mishmash. So
it's called stupid.
Well, I don't know if it's. I'm not gonna say stupid.
Okay, go ahead. Why not?
From an on the field perspective.
But hold on. The problem isn't on the field. See,
I understand that.
Now let's.
But
let's
when we're in between the lines and it's trade deadline coming, you're not thinking. Let me ask you this: how many guys are thinking? Let me finish. Who's thinking?
I think I see his point.
If I got Dak, right? I got Zeke,
yeah.
And on top of that, I know Dak needs help, and they dangle Amari Cooper, right? They're having a fire sale in Oakland. You're not saying to yourself, all right, let me take into account when his contract expires, or do I take into account what this guy can get?
Can I counter that real quick?
Because
I know where both of y'all are going.
No, you don't.
Hold on, let me say this. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Cowboys were kind of floundering, or they were just like around 500 before they acquired Amari. So a good GM went out and said, you know what, let me get this. Now the bad GM part of it is, you have to, as a good GM, you have to think worst case scenario. What if this guy is really good when he comes here? How are we going to pay all these people? Now, I don't know how they would have fixed the situation. Maybe they could have got in and got Dak at a lower number before it even got to this point. Maybe got him in at 26, 27 million before he, you know what I mean? So I think it was a good GM move to acquire Amari, because you obviously needed help. And you've seen the product on the field when they did acquire him. The bad GM part of it is you didn't account for, we're going to have to pay all these people at some point.
That's like,
I agree.
But that's like your wife sending you into BJ's without your credit cards, without your debit card, and you got $5 in your pocket. Ain't no way you can walk in BJ's and walk out with anything, because you got to know what you have, kid. Yo, that room, when you making trades, is not a one-person trade. You got other people, scouts, all kind of things giving you info. You can't tell me you don't know his contract. You don't know he's coming up.
100%.
So no, dog. When they took the gamble. Now, had they went to the Super Bowl, now you could turn around and say, look what happened. Okay, you can justify it. The fact you didn't, and now you sitting here and you're risking losing either Zeke. You ain't losing Dak. So you're either going to lose Zeke or Amari Cooper.
And I think they are more inclined to lose Amari for that first round pick. Amari can be seen as a renter. He was rented for 2 years.
Then let me tell you something.
If it doesn't work money wise, and we're missing a big piece.
Follow what he said.
But we're missing
dumb GM.
Yeah, but you're missing a big piece, because not necessarily. Here's why. Because what you can do is, on defense also, you got to look at the guys around whose contracts are expiring, or guys you may consider cutting. You know what I mean? That are not going to kill you.
Get you in a, that's not
going to get you. You know the long and short of it, the Cowboys have really solid pieces all around. They paid DeMarcus. You got 3 really good guys on offense. You got 2 linebackers that's probably going to be coming up within the next couple of years.
3 linemen that are making over $15 million a year.
People are gonna have y'all gonna have to let people go
again.
So now I got the question. The question I had,
like collateral damage. Somebody becomes that collateral damage.
But you gotta let value go. You cannot. You see what you're talking about?
Are you sure?
Knowing, yes.
You're gonna have to let somebody go. Van Der Esch is really good.
No,
Jalen is really good.
That's true.
Van Der Esch does not come up for.
He's 4 years for a while.
So Jalen Smith comes up after this year. Okay.
Does he? This is his second year that this passed?
Remember,
he's going into his 3rd year.
This is his 3rd year.
He was a second round pick.
Yeah.
He sat out his 1st year. So yes, he comes
and
up
that's
next
that 4-year
year,
deal. That's not that.
And
don't get that 5th-year option.
Once again, if you pay these dudes, you ain't gonna pay a dog.
So the question I have now: do you consider trading Zeke?
I'm gonna. No, listen.
How you gonna pay all these people?
No, let me say this, Banks, to you, and as the huge Cowboy fan sitting at this table, you have to trade Zeke.
I think that's a
okay.
Well, listen, in the face to Avery.
Pretty much. Well, go ahead, I'm listening.
You know what I'm saying?
But
no, I got you. I got you.
Okay,
I got you.
So you have to trade Zeke soon.
I agree. But here's the problem now.
You're gonna have to.
Here's the problem, right?
Or
you pay Dak.
Hold on one second. Or you got to trade Amari Cooper and try and get picks back to make up for losing that first round pick. That's what you got to do, and this way you can keep Zeke, but you cannot keep both of them, man.
But the problem here's the problem that I have with all of this, right? Is because if you trade Zeke, right, which is not necessarily a bad move because you can't pay everybody, you get a good amount of picks back. Listen to what I'm saying now. Now it all falls on Dak. We're paying you $35 million a year. With that number comes a certain amount of responsibility. You're going to have to show us. You know what I'm saying? Continually. Are you that franchise quarterback?
You lose Zeke.
Zeke is a big reason that I've always said that Zeke is a big reason. Zeke makes Dak look good.
You're not trading Zeke. They're not trading Zeke.
Okay. So then you trade Amari Cooper.
No, I'm telling you,
can't do both, dog. Go ahead.
Explain
it. Okay, explain.
You can. And the thing is that, guess what? Will they be in cap purgatory forever?
They in cap purgatory now.
What they're going to do is they're gonna attempt to stretch people out. B, there's gonna be some big names that are gonna get cut. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Byron Jones is not getting. He's not gonna be a Cowboy after this year.
Wait.
I can just tell you that now.
Okay, wait. But cutting Byron Jones doesn't save you any money.
It's good, but it's going to.
Follow what I just said.
It allows you to stretch that money that you're going to spend into the future.
$3 million. $3 million isn't going to stretch you far.
It allows you to stretch that money. This is what I'm saying, Mark.
They're going to have to restructure a whole bunch of deals.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Wait. Hold on. But see, that sounds good. Here's the problem. You have restructured your old line.
Not all of them. Travis didn't restructure. It was
Travis
Zach Martin and Tyron Smith.
Look at the chat. I put it in there. Travis, Zach, and Tyron, all three has been restructured in the past 3 years. All three of them has. So I'm sitting here telling you now, just like Witten was. I'm sitting here telling you now, you can't restructure Dak because he is just now getting a contract. You can't restructure Cooper because he will be just getting a contract. You don't have the players
to backload the deals though. Can't you?
Yeah, but guys are not taking backloaded.
Right. Wait. Not even that. Because the cap hit rolls into the next following year. It doesn't change anything.
Right.
Okay.
So it becomes dead money once you.
Sir, I'm sitting here telling you, dog. No, see, everyone thinks that the math don't work. You're in a hard cap. You have to stay underneath the cap number. The only way you can do that is this. If you remove the high cap players or soon to be high cap players. Now, let me say this. You can't cut Tyron Smith because his cap number for the next five years is $15 million.
And the amount of dead money you're going to have is
right. So, now if you was able to trade him, if you was able to trade one of your valuable pieces for a lesser contract, sure, then that's going to save you money. But that's what they would have to do.
But telling you,
cannot turn around and give Dak the bag.
If you ask me for my gut, Amari Cooper's not a.
So then the question I have is this though. So does the next CBA have to be somewhat more incentivized? Okay.
Hold that question because I have a question to come back that we need to discuss, and it's going to be interesting. Yo, this is our take. Thank you for tuning in. Yo, Lee.
Peace, y'all.
See you next week, kid.
Peace, Lee.
Peace. Yo, y'all can't do that, man. I ain't got nothing to do with that.